Hello again, class. You are with me again with English for Business, class number 4. This is, we are talking about a new chapter today. So, last chapter, the first chapter was business email, and the second chapter was business memorandum. So, we are talking about the resume this class. So, as we are moving on, the resume class is a little bit different from business email and business memorandum. So, the resume class will take you only about 30 to 40 minutes. Please pay attention and participate so you will know and understand how to create your own resume. So, in this class, you will start to create your own resumes. You start to write your cover letter for the job applications, and you also understand the language and the phrase which used to write the professional cover letter. So let's start. So, resume. What is resume? The resume is that it is the document which is the first screener. I say first screener because after you graduate in your university life, you start to do job hunting. The phrase or the word job hunting meaning you start to find a job, search for job, whether you find 100 jobs, you find 10 jobs, you find 150 jobs, you don't know which job do you get, which job are you getting. It's based on the employer, or let's say they are the manager or the human resource of some company will choose you or not. Okay, so as it is the first screener, it means the employer doesn't recognize you as the actual or real person. They recognize you from a piece of document, which is a resume and cover letter. So, a resume, it is also called CV or curriculum vitae. The word curriculum vitae is the same word as resume. So if the employer or the human resource department asks you, can I have your CV, please? Or can I have your curriculum vitae, please? So let's say you need to forward them the resume and cover letter. Okay, so a document which is a list of your personal backgrounds, educations, experiences, skills, and achievements. These are all the essential details in the resume. So in the resume, it is a kind of short list of your skills, backgrounds, and personal details also. It is not a kind of business letter, so you have the freedom to create your own resume. Make it interesting. If you make your resumes quite less interesting, they might not choose you as the new employee. Why? Because they will see that you have a low skills of making resumes. You have low skills of making such a very easy document. Or they will perceive that you are quite not interesting or quite not interested to be a part of them. Okay, so make it interesting and they will consider you for sure. Okay, so what to include in the resume? First thing, your personal details. First thing is your personal details. You need to write your full name, contact information, including your phone number, or let's say it is your mobile number. Okay, your email address or other relevant details, for example, date of birth. Okay, so a question, Ajahn, teacher, do I need to write my gender? Teacher, do I need to write my religion? The answer would be yes and no. If your job is actually needs a kind of your religious or lead a kind of your belief. I don't know what's that type of job, but if it has, so move into, okay, get the religious into your resume. Or your gender. Let's say if actually this case is actually happens in a real world, okay? Actually, someone is a transgender and the profile picture is actually the appearance of that person. But if the birth gender, I mean your gender when you really born with, is not matched with your appearance, so you need to write down a gender. Okay, so what is your real gender? So it is not a kind of sexual discrimination, but it is a kind of giving the actual informations. Okay, so next one, your career objectives. Your career objectives is a summary of your self, whether it's your work ambitions or your key strengths. Right now, you don't have your work ambitions, you just have your key strengths because you are just the graduated. You are just the graduate one. You haven't worked yet. So you need to write your key strengths. Okay? So educations, number 3. Your educations, we need to use the chronological format. What is chronological format? Look down there, my footnotes there. Your chronological format, meaning chrono, meaning time, it means time. Logic means reason. So you need to write the educations based on your timing. Okay, based on your timing. So the recent one goes first, comes first, and the last one goes last. I mean, the recent one means if you already graduate in the university bachelor degree, parinya 3. So you use that parinya 3 or bachelor degree first, then later followed by your higher secondary, lower secondary. Okay, do not write lower secondary first, then the last one is your university. No, that's wrong. Because they want to see your degree first. They want to see your fields of education first. Because university life, you will learn how to work. Okay. Then, next thing, if you've got high GPA, then you write your GPAs down. Never write your GPA with lower GPA, okay? Because with higher GPA, it would mean that you got a really decent educations, okay? But if you have lower GPA, just write your strengths. That's it. So never write the lower GPA because they will perceive that you have low responsibility towards educations. Okay? Next, works experience. The works experience is that list of the jobs by chronological format. Again, write in chronological format. The recent one goes first, the past one goes last. So include your job title, I mean your position if you already worked, but in your meantime, after you graduate, you don't have work experience yet. So skip it, okay? Name of organizations, start date, end date, under each job. You need to state some key responsibility and achievements. So if you graduate at the university level, you have some internships. Internships mean you train the works. You start to get the works training. Okay, or in Thai you say ฝึกงาน. So write it down under work experience. Next one, number 5, skills, strength and interest. So list out some key of hard skills and soft skills. So what are hard skills and soft skills. You are going to learn it next and next and next slides. Okay, some key strengths of yourself and some interests which will make the employer know your capability. For example, I am a photographer. I am best practice in photographing. So write it down. Or I am a bit of chill, a hangout person. Or I am a bit of a person who goes out on party, a person of go out on hanging out with friends or colleagues. So you can write that skills down. So you see that skills later. What is the name of that skills? Okay. So remember to put the scales on your skills. Remember to put the scales. You will see the scales later. What are the scales looks like? Next one. Last but not least, references. What are references? References are the person who know you the best. Okay, not yourself, not your family, nor your childhood friends, but you need to use the workplace or university friends or the lecturer. Okay, so use the lecturer or your recent boss, recent employer that already employ you at the current time. Okay, so they would recommend you when the employer call them. So the scenario will be like this: after you hand out the resume, a week or a few days later, the employer or the HR officer, they will call to those references here. So ask them, they would ask them, do you know Miss blah blah blah? How was she? How was her manners towards the education? How was her capabilities? How was her abilities in the meantime? Okay, so this is quite tricky. Do not put somebody that you are the enemies. Okay, if you put some kind of enemies, they will destroy you for sure. Okay. So who can be your references? The references, as I told you, they are the one who answer the key question from the employer. For example, your colleagues. If you already have your current job, you already worked, you have colleagues. Colleagues means the friends of that workplace or that in that company. So your colleagues is one of the best choice. Okay, your current employer, okay, so your current employer know your performance. Okay, just choose a right employer so your life will go easy. Okay, your university lecturer or instructor, they are another recommendations from me, because the university lecturer, they know you, they know what activities do you participate in your university life, or what kind of academic lecture do you do best in, do you practice best in. Okay, so never put childhood friends, never put the childhood friends, never put your family, the person who are the same surname as you, because of they will think that if they call to this one, so they could answer with the bias for sure. They would be at your side for sure. For example, if you are a bad person, if you have a low abilities or you have low performance in being a student or being a son or a daughter, they would still recommend you as well. So don't put a family. Next one, your past enemies. As I told you, the past enemies destroyed you. So never put the enemies in the reference, okay? Trust me, your life will get more difficulty. So next one, the right references. The right references, they can promote the goodwill for you. A goodwill means they have a good heart, they have a good feelings to you. Okay. Next, hard skills and soft skills. What are hard skills and soft skills? Hard skills is that the skills which are teachable. Okay, they are teachable. They are technical abilities. They are measurable and gained by the specific job. For example, if you learn to cook, how many days can you learn to cook? How many days can you do pad kra pao? So you can measure within days. Okay, 5 days to learn pad kra pao. So is it teachable? Can someone teach you how to make pad kra pao? Yes, and it is technical ability, cooking. Okay, so it is the cuisine skills. Next one, gained by specific job. If you are the typist, if you are the typist, is the typing skills a hard skills for you? Yes, because the typing skills gained by the typist job. It can be teachable, it can be measurable. Yes, but on the other hand, soft skills. Soft skills is the skills which are unteachable. Unteachable. It cannot be cannot be taught to any person. It is the interpersonal abilities. What is interpersonal ability? It is the ability which you use to communicate between each other. Okay, a communication between each other, whether the verbal skills, non-verbal skills, they are interpersonal abilities. Next one, unmeasurable. It cannot be measured by time or by the data. Okay, I mean the scientific data. Next one, it's gained through personality. It comes with you. It born with you. For example, I am the fast learner. The keyword is fast learner. So the fast learner is your soft skills. Fast learning is your soft skills. Or another example, you are the interpreter. Interpreter means someone interpret another language to another person. For example, the hands interpreter. Hands interpreter. This is the soft skills for you. How would you use your hand skills to communicate a words or the specific language to another person? This is the soft skills for you. Okay, so a list of soft skills and hard skills. First, problem solving is soft skills. Communications, soft skills. Collaboration, how would you collaborate tasks among each other? How would you cooperate the tasks among each other? Is the collaboration. Leadership, as the name said, leadership means how would you express yourself as a leader? Okay, time management, decision making, listening, persuasion. Persuasion means how would you persuade someone to get them rely on you, get them to trust you. This is persuasion. Detail orientation, how would you pay attention to the detail? Are you a good detail orientation or are you a bad detail orientation? For example, if I give you a kind or a movie to watch at your home, for example, let's say one student come to ask me, Ajahn, teacher, what if the killer or did the killer do this or do that? Would it becomes like that? This is a kind of detail orientation. But if you watch the movie and without thinking of any scenarios or you don't think about another details in the movie, so you are bad detail orientation. But this is not a bad personality, but it is just your skills inside you. Okay, long-term, short-term orientation. Long-term and short-term orientation. Let's say a short-term orientation, this one is a type of personality which you are speaking or you communicate to another person a direct message. So, so you would just say what you really want, what you really need directly. But a kind of wrong long-term orientation. If for another scenario, okay, your friends having a very bad lung smells or breath smells, let's say ปากเหม็น what would short-term orientation people person or long-term orientation person says differently? So a short-term orientation person would say, excuse me, you quite have a very bad smells. Can you go to the toilet and do some um, do some do some brushing? Or a long-term orientation person would say, excuse me, I got some candy, would you like some? This is another long-term orientation, so they cares for another person feeling, but they don't know whether another person would get the message they sent or not. But short-term orientation says what they need. Okay, so examples for hard skills: IT skills, okay, computer skills, programming skills, typing, cooking, writing, language, presentation skills. Presentation skills is the hard skills. Analytical skills is another hard skills that you can be trained. So in the skills list, I have told you to make it like the scales. Okay, what can be the good scaling for you? So in your hard and soft skills, do not just write like a bullet points, but try to discover yourself, observe yourself, which skills you can do better, which skills you are still in the intermediate level. So for example, look on this right side. You have vendor management skills. Okay, how would you manage the shelf? How would you manage the shop? So this is a skills of vendor management. Or a leadership skills. How would you express yourself as a leader? So maybe you have 4 out of 5 and you have 4 out of 5 of communication skills. So try to scale yourself. Okay, scale your skills. Also language skills. You need to scale some of your third languages, second languages, or your first language also. So your first language as the native language is your Thai. So rate it a very maximum one. Okay, English as your second skills, try to rate it below your native skills, but never goes below 4 or 3. Okay, next one, your third language skills, you need to rate based on your qualification, whether you have tests on Japanese test or Korean test or French test, just based on that specification. Okay, so this one is what should the resumes looks like. Okay, so look at this one, look at this person. He writes his full name in a big capital letter. So write your name, a very big one, and try to post a picture of yourself. Use a professional picture. Do not try to post like about actions, or do not try to post like a cartoon action or Japanese posting. Okay, try to post to be professional. So the best one, the best picture for you is that upright front picture showing your full full face and full head, maybe up to your chest. This is a very, very good one of my recommendation. Okay, so summary. What is a summary? Back to that. Yeah, back to that very first page of the presentation of my slides. The summary is your key strength or your work ambitions. So try to give a short list of your skills or your work ambition. For example, let's say you are a good interpreter. Okay, a good interpreter, which you have a good communication skills. So list your skills down, list your strength down. So that's it, your summary. Or you can write your work's ambition. For example, I am looking forward to growing in the for example restaurant industries. Okay, so maybe a very, very top ranks of the position is maybe a chef or the national chef or the metal chef, let's say. So try to think of that, your own work ambitions. Okay, next one, experience. Experience includes all your works experience. Okay, your internship, your experience that you already works, but right now you don't have your work experience. Don't be worried, just try to write out some skills and education instead. Okay, so contact, try to write your name, your full name, your address, maybe email address, and your phone number, so they can contact you back right away after they get and feel interested in your resume. So what it shouldn't look like. This one, how would you feel among last one and this one? Which one is a very organized one? Which one is a very organized one? This one. Which one is a quite messy one? This one. Try to put in less words, okay? Less words. A kind of bullet points, a kind of number, a kind of short abbreviations of some points can be helpful for this one, okay? So I'll give you a short 5 minutes break, then I'll come back and then we'll go through the cover letter and you design your own resumes. So I give you 5 minutes break right now. Feel free. Okay, I'm back now. So after the break, I promised you to give you the creations of your resume. So design your own resume. So this one is not your assignment, but it is a kind of the works that you need to bring it to me when the schools begin. Okay, so you may use the resume design tools from the internet or design your own. Then after you're finished, print it out, print it out. Then, oh, so the format for this paper is A4 paper, okay? White A4 paper. Print it out, then go to the printing shop, which they can coat the plastic for you, okay? Have you ever seen the A4 paper coated with the plastic, like a soft plastic? For a piece of A4, they can just cost you about 15 to 20 baht per page, or maybe let's say 30 baht. This is a very cheap one. So coat it is the next step. Then bring it to me when the school starts at the EP office, room 128. My desk is just go right, go left beyond the first table. So you count at the last row, you will see the name tag of my desk. Okay, submit on my desk. So next one, you can use the website that I can recommend to you, www.canva.com. You can go visit this site and I will show you how to go to this site also. So just give me a minute, okay? When you go to canva.com, just type www.canva.com. Press in, and then you will see the actual page on canva.com. Just slide down there until you see the list of resumes. Just try to click or choose on the free one. Try to use the free one. Let's say I'll use this one. I'm going to use this one as my template for my resume. So type in all your personal details, your experience maybe, your schools, your works references, your contact, your skills, your career summary. Okay, use a professional picture of yourself and then try to click this one, download as a PDF print as I suggest. Okay, download as a PDF print. So download it for free and so you will get your files as the PDF files for your resume, and then print it out and then quote it, then submit to me. So let's move on to the next slide. How to write a cover letter. This one I might use about 10 minutes to finish, okay? So what is cover letter again? The cover letter comes together with a resume. So a resume comes first or last, we will see, okay? This is the cover letter. This is the cover letter. So you write just like a letter. Two types of the cover letter. First is solicited cover letter. What is solicited cover letter? It does explain that the company does the job posting through the internet or the job seeking website or billboards, poster or radio channels. So they are advertising their job opening through these media. Okay, it clearly states the job positions required by the organizations, and you need to write a letter to the company from the job offered, from the job opening. But unsolicited cover letter is just a different one. It does not post through any channel. The company which is the one you are looking for does not post the job posting through any channel, but they will be the company. They are the company that you are really want to go to this company to work for. Okay, so you literally don't know for the vacancy, you don't know the job openings, which one is open or not. You are willing to join at the work for a specific company according to your skills and ability. For example, I am very keen on doing cooking. I know how to cook, I know how to present my dish, so I would go for a good restaurant or a hotel. Okay, so you write a letter to a company by the position you were capable for. So what I will teach you is solicited cover letter. Okay, so a solicited cover letter, this one is a format for your cover letter. So your full name here, your first name and surname. Okay, Mr. or Miss something. Okay, address, your home address, your home address. Contact number, I mean phone number or emails. Then hit double space, and write a date of writing, just like the memorandum. Write a date of writing. Okay, double space again, employer's full name. If the position opens and it advertised through an internet seeking website, okay, a job seeking website, I mean, so they must specify the employers for you. You can know the employer's name, so try to write his full name or her full name. Okay, position, actually the position for this person might be human resource officer or recruitment officer. The company name, you must know the company name. They will post the company name for you. Okay, company address, this one is the address which the company located in. Then a double space again. Double space means you hit enter 2 times or hit enter twice. Salutation, what is salutation? Dear Mr., dear Miss. Okay, salutation. Double space again. Right, start out with the job source. Okay, self introductions, personal details and education. Just use your own resume's details and put it in a form of writing, in the passage writing into this cover letter. Skills and abilities plus strength. So just try to give your skills and strength relate to that job. Okay, so this is just the example how to write the job source. I am interested in the position offered that you advertised in worldwideweb.jobseeking.com, for example, and I believe that I have capabilities and qualifications that you are seeking. This is a good opening. You can use this format or you can use this passage to write out your cover letter as well. All right. How to write an ending. I would appreciate the opportunity and look forward to meeting with you personally and discuss my qualifications in detail. Thank you for your consideration. This one you don't write thank you for your cooperation. They are not working with you, but they will consider you as their new employees. Okay, so write thank you for your consideration. Okay, so closing, how do you write closing? Back to the emails. Best regards or sincerely yours. Okay, use best regards or sincerely yours. Best regards or sincerely yours. This is the good closing. Okay. Next one, sign off. Write out your full name, Mr. or Miss, followed by your first name and your surname. Don't forget to write enclosure. This one, an enclosure is your resume. An enclosure is your resume. So ENCL, full stop, resume. So which one comes first, resume or cover letter? Yes, a cover letter comes first, and resume is the attachment at the back. Okay, so remember this format, and then you need to write out a kind of cover letter to me as an assignment. All right, so all of this paper, I mean the paper, this paper cover letter, it is left alignment with professional classic fonts with an A4 paper. So I suggest you to use Times New Roman with the font size of 12 to 14. With the font size of 14 to get a professional cover letter. All right. So you can capture this screen and you may use this structure to write out your cover letter. So assignment. Use your detail in resume. Choose a job and write a cover letter to the advertisement below. On the left hand side, I have provided you some job here. Sales supervisor. They are taking care of salesmen. Okay, salesmen, saleswomen, they are the supervisor who take care of sales. Photographer. If you are good photographer, if you can know the composition, how to do photography, you can do a photographer. Content writer. If you're good in writing some documents, if you're good in writing a piece of work, you can be a content writer also. Okay, so which one is the company name? Here, Clover Prices, a company name. Redlands, California is the address. Okay, so additional information for you. A poster was posted in worldwideweb.jobseeker.com. This is the source of the job posting. On 20th of June 2020 by Mr. Jonathan Wolf, a recruiting officer. This is his position of Clover Prices Company in 85 Redlands, California. Post office means postal code CA56 US, United States of America. Submit via Google Classroom by Friday midnight. If you fail or late to submit, it will be not marked as well. Okay, so try to submit this one as your assignment, and don't forget to bring me the resume together when the schools begin. So I stop at this timing. Then if you have any questions, just try to contact me by the Google emails, or you can contact me by Facebook or line if you have my contact number. Okay, I'll see you at week 5 next online class again. See you students. Good luck. Bye.